The CREDAI MarTech series has raised the benchmark and has been the most sought after learning sessions among the CYW members. Good evening, everybody. My name is Sarah, and it is an honor to welcome our next speaker for today's session, Mr. Vimalendra Singh, Chief Sales and Service Officer of Mahindra LifeSpaces. Mr. Vimalendra joined Mahindra LifeSpaces in December 2018 as the CSO of Mahindra Happy Nest, the affordable housing business of Mahindra Group. Mr. Vimalendra has extensive experience across US, GCC, and India. He has started as a management associate with Citibank in the retail banking segment. He worked across all functions of retail banking during his 12 years in banking. He grew up as one of the youngest operations and collections head in the Citibank retail banking business globally. He is also the director and regional head of preferred banking and management and managed the segment across Bahrain, Qatar, Oman, Jordan, and Lebanon. He eventually led retail banking for the Bank of Bahrain and Kuwait for their India business. After more than 12 years in banking, he moved to the real estate sector with a stint in Lodha Group as the market head for their luxury portfolio. Mr. Vimalendra holds an MBA from IIM Ahmedabad and a BE from VGTI Mumbai University. He loves adventure, traveling, and reading books on varied subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, the topics for today's session is end-to-end case study of successful launches. I now invite Mr. Vimalendra Singh to take over the session.
Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. Am I audible, first of all?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Wonderful. So first, thank you for taking me down the memory lane. It's been quite some time. A very good evening to all the organizers and the past participants. So let me just share the screen. I've just put a small presentation together, and I would like to take all of you through that. Okay. Is this visible to everyone? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Sarah, can you see this?
Yeah, I can see it.
So friends, what I want to share with you is actually what we have done over the last 18 to 24 months in Mahindra LifeSpaces in the space of technology for both marketing and sales. And we are using this sales and marketing fungibly basically here, because eventually both of them need to, there's a symbiotic relationship they share for us to be able to deliver the business that we want. Yeah. So essentially, what I'm going to talk to you about are these 4 parameters or these 4 points. Marketing automation, I believe some of you must have already heard about it. The AI-based customer targeting, and this is increasing as we speak. The essence of this is when a lot of the people are doing the digital marketing, how do we ensure that we optimize every rupee that we spend? Right, that's a cluttered space, and we need to stand out. And you can only stand out if you use some innovative tools and data analytics, which can give you the desired results. Trade enablement, which is something I'll focus a lot on in this session, which is end-to-end digital booking, and that some of these things have been hastened by the onset of COVID. But I think I'm glad to say that as a company, we started our digital journey almost 6 to 7 months prior to the COVID onset. Virtual reality, I think increasingly you will see with the adoption of technology, some of these old concepts of having a show apartment, and then we used to do these transactions across the table with checks in hand, are going to fade away. And we are already seeing the adoption of technology by customers in a big way. So something like this, we don't have show apartments in many of our projects. We are using the latest technology, the 3D holograms and the other 3D techs which are available to give a real life feel to the consumers. And of course, the real estate e-commerce, which is the broader customer reach out through various portals which are active in the market. In terms of process innovation, as I said, I want to talk to you about the end-to-end digital sales. And as you can see on the bottom left of the screen, something called as an MRP. Now, MRP is a concept that we have taken inspiration from the retail sector, the FMCG sector, which literally means maximum retail price. But then we have adopted it and converted into something called as a multiplier rebate plan. What was the objective? So, and this is something which we have done very successfully in Bombay, Pune, and Chennai. And we are using this with every single launch that is coming our way. This simply means that uh, anyone who books early should get the maximum amount of benefit. The benefit is essentially in the form of either a discount or in the form of price. And if more number of people book, greater is the benefit for everyone. So this is a concept which was introduced completely in a digital format, first time ever in this particular segment and sector, and it was very, very well received by the consumers. And I'll talk more about it as we move along. In terms of digital booking, again, we were one of those very first players who launched a project at the peak of COVID during the first phase, when the COVID struck us last year. And then everything was virtually closed down. We said, we need to be innovative. And God forbid if COVID has to continue, we still need to be innovative and find a way to reach our consumers and to be able to give them the experience in a virtual way. So we came up with this end-to-end digital booking platform. In this particular platform, everything was done virtually, right from the meetings to the virtual site visits to the inventory selection to the views optimization, talking about a product, payment integration, application form filling through an OTP verification, documentation upload, and then this particular system was actually integrated very seamlessly with SFDC. Now, SFDC is a very popular software. Everybody knows that. I mean, it's used across the board. And SFDC in turn was completely integrated with SAP, which is a financial platform. Right. So in this particular launch, there was no show apartment, there was no sales gallery, there were no physical meetings, there was no exchange of checks. Everything end to end was virtually, not even a single printout of any paper happened. Okay, so I'll just talk about this platform and then we can pick up the questions towards the end. As you can see in this particular platform, and obviously channel partners are a very important constituent of RE business. And then the initial page is any channel partner who is RERA registered can actually register with us with the minimal of the details. This particular system is available online. Anybody can download. There is a URL which is there. You register yourself. Once the channel partner registers, he can frankly do whatever he wants. So he can actually upload his leads. He can actually follow up on the leads which have been shared by him. You can find out which of the lead has converted to booking. And when I go ahead, you will see each of the booking, what is the status in terms of whether they have done registration or they have not done registration. So what this essentially does is it makes the system completely transparent. And most of you must have heard these kind of complaints from the channel partners where they say, well, we don't feel very confident sharing the leads with the developer. What happens if my leads get lost and if I'm not given the credit. So when we work on an online platform, with necessary data security and transparency, all these questions are taken away from the equation. And this has really encouraged, and that is one of the reasons why all of our launches have seen sales of upwards of 70% at launch. Right. And if you see on this top screenshot that you can see, there is a ticker on the right, bottom right, where it says 315 users are active currently, which is actually a real-time number. So at any point of time, it will also tell you how many people, how many channel partners are using the system concurrently. So moving on, what this particular platform also allows the customer to do is the customer can actually schedule a meeting. It could be a virtual meeting, it could be a physical meeting, or it could be a home visit or an office visit at any time which is convenient to him. So the customer can pick up the date, customer can select the slot, and pretty much block the meeting time. Again, this is the convenience which every time people seek. A lot of the people actually don't go ahead and transact because they have to visit the physical sales office. And again, that is something which we have taken out of the equation. And the screenshot from the system, as you can see, we take the customer through the product flow in detail. The happiness is our value housing segment. So I've taken that as an example, as a placeholder here. The entire videos are integrated into the platform itself. So we can play as we are sharing the screens. So all the things that a consumer goes through physically are actually replicated digitally on this particular platform, end to end. So he will actually, frankly, not miss anything. And once that is done, you can see the sample price sheet gets generated. The customer can real time also see how many MRP stroke bookings are being done, and where does he stand vis-a-vis the other consumers. Moving ahead, as I said, all the inventory is uploaded. And this is one point I want to stress, right? Our industry, unfortunately, because of the actions of the past, has always been shrouded with, non-transparency. Let me put it that way. We have seen many a times where a sales manager tells, "Sir, inventory is not available. These are the only 5 units available. You please take this. Otherwise, nothing is there." Again, and that is one of the reasons why a lot of the people have this some amount of mistrust towards the developers and their teams. So what we have done here is we have uploaded the inventory. Again, the consumer can actually look at the inventory. He can actually see how many units are sold, how many units are not sold, which is available, what is the view very, very transparently, what is the floor plate like, what is the unit plan, what exactly is he getting into. And this has really, really boosted the confidence of the consumers in a very big way. Again, technology at its play, the consumer is sitting at home, we are sitting at home during the COVID times, and some of these behaviors actually continue while things have opened up. We are still using technology in a big way. Going ahead, and once the consumer completes this process, then the MRP number, which is in the erstwhile terms was the booking number, gets generated. An SMS message gets triggered to the customer, an email message gets triggered. So customer gets the record. The customer can upload. You can see on the bottom, part of the screen. The customer can upload PAN card, Aadhaar card, again online completely. The screen tells you about the payment gateway, which is integrated with the system. We have obviously done it with Razorpay. There are other options available in the market. The customer can pay through debit card, credit card, UPI, net banking, whatever the customer is comfortable with. And it's all real-time payment. So as a developer, we are not really worried about the realization. And other objective of doing is we want to discourage the usage of checks, because again, it's a long cycle. You physically have to do the reconciliation of the checks, keep a custody, deposit in the banks. So I think, again, we are taking that paperwork out of the equation. Right, that is as far as the customer is concerned. Then what happens? The customer also gets a booking form on email. That's it. His booking is confirmed. This is an internal screenshot. The reason I wanted to share with you is at any point of time on a real-time basis. Just imagine if you are running across. You're having multiple projects and you're having launches at multiple locations. It becomes very difficult for you to keep a record of what is happening where. This system, frankly, can give you a consolidated view. In a sense, how many units have been sold, how many MRPs have been done, which sourcing vertical has sourced how much, and what is the contribution. This also helps you to do a very real-time inventory management, because the MRP will tell you the customers are looking predominantly at what type of inventory. Example being that there could be a 1 BHK inventory, there could be a 2 BHK inventory. If more customers are opting for 2 BHK inventory, then okay, that is the preference. That's where the market is moving. And as and when you launch the new phase, you can actually rejig the inventory type very quickly. So which means your designs also have to be flexible. And that is what we have done in some of the projects that we have launched over the last 1 year. Again, happy to say that has really, really worked for us as a company. And in a couple of projects, we pretty much sold out 90 to 95% in less than 2 years. I want to talk more about Happy Edge. Happy Edge is our app for all the channel partners. And again, we were one of the very first developers to brand it in this way and launch it for all the channel partners working with us across the regions. I'll just play a small video which will give you a sense of Happy Age as a platform or an app. Okay, so moving ahead, this is available in the Play Store. So if you want to get a feel, you can just go to Play Store, uh, type Happy Age, you'll be able to download and experience this app. This is a video which talks about sustainability. Now, sustainability, I won't be wrong if I say Mahindra Life Spaces is a pioneer and a leader in sustainable constructions. All our portfolios are green portfolios, they're IGBC certified. And when we talk about sustainability, it's not just a jargon. And what has happened traditionally, a lot of the people have not been able to understand what sustainability means. So we have gone a step ahead through this video. We have tried to simplify sustainability for the common man. So please have a look at this video. Is the audio coming?
The audio is not coming, Vimalendra.
Okay, how do I play that audio then? Okay, my apologies. I'll try and send this to the organizers, and if anybody wants, they can take it. Hopefully, everybody got a gist. The reason why we are doing this is, we need to make sustainability tangible, and it is frankly, as I said, and I always keep saying, it is our responsibility, this generation's responsibility, to hand over a brighter future for the next generation, right? And it is important that every developer, every construction that happens in a sustainable way, because we are facing issues on global warming, on temperature rising, on shortage of water, shortage of green space. And I think we all need to do our bit, to correct this particular situation. Uh, uh, while we do this, it is also beneficial for the customers, because obviously when we talk about maintenance, and since this video pertained to a affordable housing business of ours, just imagine if we can reduce the maintenance fee by 50%. I mean, that's a lot of money saved for the consumer over a period of lifetime for him. And so it is not just for the environment, it is not just for the future generation, it is also meaningfully economical for our existing customers, and a very powerful business proposition. Moving ahead, so what does Happy Edge provide? It provides powerful sales tools to the channel partner. There are obviously high rewards, because there are brokerage slabs which are offered by pretty much by everyone. Hassle-free transactions. You can track your transparent transactions. The channel partner, it's completely transparent, as I said, and that is a whole hallmark. And that is something which I urge my colleagues from other companies. I say, boss, I think if there's one thing which this industry needed, uh, 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 is transparency. I think we need to be completely honest and transparent with everyone, and then we can actually go back to where the sector was probably 15 years back. Lead protection, what it has done is most of our CPs have started using the channel partner platform. Of course, it has organized this particular segment and ease of servicing CPs for us. Some of the snapshots from the app, as I said, you can actually go to Play Store, download it, and experience it yourself. The channel partners can register, they get a unique CP code for us. All the project details are uploaded. Every single project that we have are uploaded there. All the renders are uploaded. All the videos are uploaded. What the channel partner can also do is basically customize, put his name, mobile number, and code, and then actually just send it through WhatsApp or through email to his or her database completely. And so he's not actually losing any single deal. We have also taken the initiative to provide something called as a Happy Edge University, because we strongly believe if we call them channel partners and in the spirit of partnership, we need to be able to upskill them as well. A lot of the channel partners are very small channel partners, and we take every single measure to ensure that we provide them with the latest of the information, latest of the tools, so as to enable them to upskill themselves and improve their business. They may or may not work with us eventually or give us the business, but that's fine. Uh, it is not driven by the business rates alone. I think it's driven by how we can empower the overall segment and the sector. My customers is basically the channel partner will be able to get a dump or real-time status about every single customer that he has uploaded, in terms of when did the site visit happen, if the booking has happened, not happened, which flat did he purchase, what was the value. And of course, as you can see, the brokerage calculator, again, the channel partner doesn't have to come to my team to know how much brokerage he has made. It will be calculated real time and shared it with him. Happy Bank, again, this is basically the invoicing. If you remember, a lot of the channel partners are plagued by the problems that they have to raise an invoice. It takes around 2 to 3 months for them to get their brokerage. We have removed that that piece out of the equation. We said you don't have to raise a PO or an invoice to us. Everything is available digitally, electronically. The invoices will be raised digitally, and you will precisely know how much money you are making. And it's our commitment that will be released in 15 days' time. My Rewards is a loyalty program for the channel partners, and this is picking up as we speak. Some of the automated notifications which this particular app does is invoice status change. Basically, if it is raised, if the payments have been made, the channel partner gets a notification. Real estate news, lots is happening, not just in Mumbai, across the locations. We are seeing buoyant times. We keep them updated. Any new technology, we tell them. Lead status, ladder upgrade. If they have moved from one particular ladder to other popular, there's a trigger which goes. If they are on the cusp of any ladder, we actually can inform them through this particular app. E-learning modules, leaderboards, any queries they can actually post online. The whole point of doing this is, because we want to make him self-sufficient and completely independent. He should be able to focus more on the customers and less on trying to reach the channel partner of the developer, or sorry, the sales manager of the developer. And of course, some of the nice things from a human perspective, the date of birth, anniversary, festival wishes. Right, that is as far as the digital platform was concerned, and the Happy Edge, which was a channel partner app, which was concerned. Just one slide that I've put on the customer experience, because I believe this is something which is going forward going to define which company really sprints ahead as far as the business is concerned. Because this is a space where, while there has been a lot of lip service which has happened, I think post-purchase dissonance has been there across the companies, at least that I have seen. And what can we do? And some of the things that we are doing as a company, I thought I'll share with you. Any query which comes to us, the target is it needs to be turned around and possibly closed in not more than 1 day. That's a commitment that we have gone out in the market and given to our consumers. Everything that comes, even if it's a simple query, needs to be registered on the system, acknowledgement given to the customer, and we use SFDC as a platform to do that. We have an omni-channel connect, which means the customer can reach us through any medium which he or she is comfortable with. Improved accessibility, we do have a mobile app which hasn't taken off well. We are revamping it as we speak, and that will become the one-point solution or one-stop place for all the customer inquiries, customer needs, let it be with respect to the milestone, the construction update, payments that the customer needs to make, when the next payment is going to happen, everything. And of course, virtual account for customers to eliminate manual bank reconciliation. This, everybody faces a problem. Customer engagement, how can we enrich his life from the time that he has bought till the time he takes the possession? There's so much happening both electronically and physically in this space, where how we can engage with the buyers to create a thriving community even before they actually take the physical possession. That's all from my side. Happy to take questions.
Thank you, sir, for such an insightful session. I think there are a lot of takeaways. I love the fact that you spoke to us about the transparency of channel partners, the seamless booking experience. So the first question, I'm curious to know, what kind of cost and time did you spend to create this entire system? And did you build it in-house, or how did you do it?
So we actually engaged an external developer. So the developer actually coded pretty much everything that we wanted. So the right way of putting at this is that the brain equity was ours, and the developer development was done by a third party.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. So what I was saying is basically the entire piece, the flow, the elements have been done by us in-house, except for the actual coding and on what platform it needs to be done. We engaged an external entity. It took us, in all honesty, a few iterations, because with every single launch, we learned new things. We learned the problems. We learned the bugs. And so over a period of 18 months, we have actually perfected the system. And I won't use the word perfect, because I believe there is still scope to improve this in a significant way. With respect to cost, I don't think it is very, very costly. It's just that it depends upon what kind of an arrangement you get into. You can actually make staggered payments. You can make one-time payment. So cost relative to the product that you're selling is very, very small, but the impact is very huge.
Okay. But did you see an increased ROI as well as a great contribution from the CPs through this platform, sir? Definitely.
So, our contribution from the channel partner business moved up almost from 40% to 70% over last 18 months. And as I said, during the launches, the new launches, 70 to almost 80% of the inventory has been sold at the launch itself, because it's very, very easy for all the constituents who are involved in the launch, and it's very transparent.
Yeah. So some of the companies have used EOI or taken token system process to discover price. Have you to use this MRP system to do that, or can you please explain how you went about the process?
Yeah. So the MRP is actually booking. It is. But then we have also said that while you are doing your MRP, for whatever reasons, if say in 7 days, 14 days, you decide that you are not comfortable for whatever reasons, no questions asked, we refund that booking amount completely
Okay.
to the consumer. So again, it's very transparent. It's Mahindra as a system. They know, boss. Okay, let me be the early. Let me have this early mover advantage. And if my MRP number is at the beginning, if there are many people, and now that we are fairly established with this concept, uh, uh, whoever books early gets a higher benefit. And if more number of people book, the benefit for each person goes up. So it kind of creates virality in the market. And we have done 4 launches with this particular concept, and every time we are seeing an increased offtake and increased success of MRP. So we don't use it for price discovery. Let me say it helps us in better inventory management on a real-time basis. Suppose, as I gave the example, if I have 2 typologies and suddenly we see all the interest is coming in one typology, then I can do a course correction with respect to phase 2 or a phase 3 in the project.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The next question, could you guide us on some of the best practices for automation of customer experiences and support?
See, in terms of customer experience, and I will talk about post-purchase because there's a lot of dissonance which comes after purchase. At the time of purchase, everybody is very happy because they've purchased the house. The experience is great. I think how do you hold the customer attention, the customer engagement for that 4 years or 5 years post-purchase and before possession? And that is a long period. And this is the only category where to experience the product that you have bought, a person has to wait for 4 to 5 years. In every other category, it's instantaneous, right? The gratification is real. You go take a test drive, buy the car, and you are using it. And this also, in that way, it is very, very unique. And one of my colleagues always says that, this is the only product where you are willing to take a lifetime debt to own this asset. There is no other product, right? So it's very, very different in a way. So what we do is, I think in our company, we have these, of course, other than what I've spoken about, the MLife app, a customer app, we do this virtual events with the customers, or virtual more in last 18 months. Otherwise, periodically, as and when the construction milestone hits, we actually do these customer events. We call them to the site, because there's so much personal affection a consumer has for the home that he has bought. And, he feels so happy. And I've seen that thrill on people's face when they come and see, okay, the 6th floor has got constructed. My house is on the 5th floor. When you see that physical manifestation of your dream home, the feeling is very, very different. And we tell them, okay, look at the construction quality. Why don't you come and experience it? Look at this My1 technology. Look at these concrete walls. Look at the thickness. Is it in line with what you dreamt of? Look at the amenities shaping up. It's like a baby growing in front of you. I think that is what we do very, very effectively. And I'm glad to say this has really worked because our referral business has gone up significantly.
Absolutely, that's a good takeaway, sir. So, but my last question to you is, could you tell us about your challenges in one of your projects at Mahindra Lifespace and how did you overcome that?
Now, challenges, there are always there, right? Now, challenges, there could be multiple pieces, right? If I talk about sales, if you're doing well, there could be something else coming up in the market which could be significantly cheaper than you. Now, what do you do in a scenario like that? Do you trust your product? Do you trust the design, or and your brand, or you say no, price is what it is? So those challenges are, and I'm sure everybody faces those challenges. The pricing challenges will always be there. But as long as you stand for something, you stand for transparency. The reason that we are doing well because Mahindra as a system commands that respect, that faith, that trust from the consumers. And they know that, everything is safe, everything is going to come their way. We have also seen certain amount of, conflicts which come when it's a very high intense launch between different channel partners, different sourcing verticals. I think you need to be very clear in your approach. You say, boss, these are my guiding principles. And if point 1, point 2, point 3, if people have followed this, the person gets the credit irrespective of losing the other person's business. And over a period of time, what happens, the market then knows, was this is a process-driven company and everything happens as per the process. No favoritism. I will not pick up one channel partner above the other. No way. I know whoever comes first. There is a lead protection policy. There is a complete transparency policy. All those things are being done. On construction, if I have to move to construction, of course, last 18 months we have seen the issues because of the lockdown. Labor shortage was a problem. Mobilizing the contractors was a problem. But I think that is a common challenge. It was not very unique to us. But then we were able to pull it up again. And as we speak, I think we are at 100% capacity.
Absolutely.
And customer experience, the banks have actually tightened their purses while, a lot of the people say 6.5%, 6.25% interest rate, but they're actually looking at every application far more closely. And they're not as easy in terms of loan giving as some of the outside world suggests it is. So these challenges are there, which is part of life, and that we need to navigate through them and do the business.
Sure. So, as I know, thank you so much. It's been really great to hear from you, a lot of takeaways and a great knowledge session that you've shared with us. Thank you so much for joining us. And we really appreciate a lot, and especially the brand Mahindra, because I know that you've committed to sign for the climate group, and a lot of new sustainable development is happening. Congratulations and very best to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us once again.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks. Bye.